Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. Today we will learn how to add like fractions. Our lesson today is adding like fraction. Lesson 2, page 243. Okay, 243 in the new book, new math book, the second term book. Okay, again our lesson today, adding like fractions. If you look at this figure here, the figure shows 2/8 are colored. 2/8 for the yellow color or the orange here, and 3/8, okay, for the blue color. 3/8 for the blue color here. If we want to add them, you can find them. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they are 5 parts. There are 5 parts like that, and 5 parts out of what? 5 parts out of 8. So when we add alhamdulillah, so when we add 2/8 plus 3/8, we get 5/8. Look carefully, we didn't add, we just add the numerator up. 2 plus 3 equals 5, and down we write the same 8. Why? Because if you looked again to the shape here, we have all of the parts, they are 8 parts, and the color parts at the end after we add, they are 5 parts out of 8. So if we find this rule here, we can say that we don't add the denominators, we just add the numerators up, and down we don't add anything. Okay, here he write here, let's read it. Fractions with the same denominators are called like fractions. These fractions which had the same denominator down here, the number the same, we call them like fractions. Like fractions. Okay, type number 2. In the morning, Leah walks 3/5 of a kilometer. At noon, she walks 2/5 a kilometer. How far does she walk? She walks, of course, we add 3/5 plus 2/5. Look carefully, we add the 3 and 2 here. 3 plus 2 equals 5. And down we don't add the denominator. We write the same 5. We don't add the 5 and 5. We just write 5. Okay? Then 5 over 5, all of you know that it's equals 1. Any fraction has numerator and denominator, they are the same, equals 1 at the end. 5/5 equals whole 1. Okay? Read this notes. Add the denominator, add the numerators of the fraction. Keep the denominator the same. Simplify the answer at the end. If you can simplify, like here, 5 over 5 equals 1. Number 3, add 3/11 plus 4/11 using the number line. 3 plus 4 equals, you know, all of you, 3 plus 4 equals 7. And we write 7 over 11. And if we want to use the number line, we can look 3/11 from 0 to 3/11 here, then 4/11, then 4/11. We can represent it in the number line. Go for steps 1, 2, 3, and 4, like that. At the end, they are 7/11. Okay, look here, we are at 7/11. So now we use models. We used adding in math way, like adding numbers. Again, when you have like fractions which had the same denominators, just add the numerators don't add the denominators down. Okay, طيب. Let's stop and complete. Let's complete. Now we turn to page 244 to solve exercise step by step here. Let's read the exercise, the title of the exercise. Add, simplify if it possible. Number 1, you can see the first model represented by 1 part out of 4, and the second model represents by 2 out of 4. They are written here. 1 out of 4 plus 2 out of 4 equals what? Yes, very good, it's 3 out of 4. If we add them, they are 3 out of 4, not 3 out of 8, by the way. Okay, they are 3 out of 4. Number 2, 5 12th plus 3 12ths. We just add the numerators. 5 plus 3 equals, yes, very good, it's 8. And down, this is 4, not 9. And here 5 plus 3 equals 8. And then we write the 12 at the denominator, we don't add it. Number 3, we have 2 8 plus 3 8. 2 plus 3 equals 5. So we write 5 over 8, like that. 5 over 8. Number 4, 9 tenths plus 6 tenths equals 15 over 10. But in this question we need to simplify. Look here, we have 15 over 10. They have a common factors, so we can divide by 5. The common factor for 15 and 10, it's 5. We can divide up and down, numerator and denominator, both of them by 5. Okay, if we divide them by 5, we get a new fraction equals to 15 over 10, but in the simplest form. Here 15 divided by 5 equals 3, and 10 divided by 5 equals 2. So we can say that 5 is the greatest common factor for 10 and 15, and if we divide it by them, we get 3 out of 2, which is equals 3 halves. We can write it also as a mixed number, like it's 3 halves, so 2 halves equals 1, and remainders 1 half, like that. So we can write it 1 and 1 half as a mixed number, and as the improper fraction, it's 3 over 2. You can stop here, okay? And if you want to write it into mixed number, you can write it as 1 and half, like that, into mixed number. Okay, let's complete page. Now we turn it to page 245 here. The first exercise, write the addition sentence to match the model, then simplify your answer if possible. Number 1, you can see the first fraction. We can write it as 2/4 here in blue, and in purple you can find it's 1/4 here, like that. If we add them, we found them 2 plus 1 equals 3, like that, over 4, 3 out of 4. That's about number 1. Okay, and if you looked at the shape at the end, they are 3 parts out of 4, the same if we use the model. Number 2, it's very easy now. We can write it's 4 out of 9, and in purple you can find they are 2 out of 9. If we add them, now we add the numerators only, so 2 plus 4 equals 6, and down we write the same 9 here, so it's 9 out of 6. But here we can simplify 9 out of 6. If we divide up and down by 3, we get up 2, and down we get 3 here, so it's 2/3. Number 3, here we have 4 out of 6, the first fraction, and the second it's 1 out of 4 in purple. Now we can add 1 plus 4, up it's 5, and down, sorry, I forgot, yes, I made some mistake, sorry. Here we can write 1 out of 6, not 1 out of 4, yes, here. Now we have a like fractions. Remember that they are like fractions. Like fractions means they are the same in the denominators here. So 4 plus 1 equals 5, and down we write the same 6. We don't add the denominators. Number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they are 5 out of 8 here, and the other color they are 3 out of 8 here. Now 3 plus 5 equals 8, but it's 8 out of 8, yes. Now we have 8 out of 8, okay, 8 out of 8, it's equals 1, okay, so we write 1. That's about number A. Number B, match each addition problem to the correct sum. The first one, you can notice that 2 twelfths plus 1 twelfth equals 3 twelfths. But here down we don't have 3 twelfths, so we need to simplify 3 twelfths. If we divide by the greatest common factor for numerator and denominator, 3 and 12, you can divide by 3. Here if we divide by 3 up and down, we get 1, up and down we get 4, because 3 divided by 3 it's 1, and 12 divided by 3 it's 4. So we can match this addition with this sum. It's quarter here. The first one it's quarter, and the second 3 eighths plus 3 eighths equals 6 eighths. And also we can divide here to simplify this fraction by the greatest common factor for 6 and 8, it's 2. If we divide 6 by 2 we get 3, and 8 by 2 we get 4, so this is the right answer here. The last one, 2 tenths plus 3 tenths equals 5 tenths, like that. And here if we divide by the greatest common factor for 5 and 10, we divide by 5. 5 divided by 5 equals 1 up, and 10 divided by 5 equals 2 down, so it's half, 1 over 2. That's about number B. Number C, add 2 sevenths plus 4 sevenths equals 6 sevenths. It's very easy. Number 2, 1 tenth plus 8 tenths equals 9 tenths. Like that. Number 3, 1 ninth plus 1 ninth equals 2 ninths. We write 2 up and down, we write the same 9. Up, number 4, 4 plus 5 equals 9. And down we write the 18, so it's 9 over 18. Here we can simplify this fraction. And in this question he didn't want to simplify, but we need to use to simplify the fraction if we can simplify it. Here we can divide by 9 up and down, This is the greatest common factor for 9 and 18, so we get 1 over 2. 1 over 2 for number 4. This is the right answer in the simplest form. Here, let me remove the 9, and here we can write half only. Wait a second. Here we can simplify 9/8 into half, 1 over 2. Okay, now 5 and 6 for you. You can solve them as a homework, okay? 5 and 6 here, this one and this one here. Let's go for number D. Write the missing fraction to complete the addition sentence. Here you can use subtraction on your mind, or the relation between subtraction and addition, to find the answer or the missing fraction. On number 1D, here 2/5 here, plus which number equals 3/5? Here we write 5. Okay, I hear one of you say, teacher, we can write down 0 because 5 plus 0 equals 5. No, we don't add the denominator, remember, don't forget that. Here we write 1 over 5. Yes, the same denominator to get like fraction. Remember that we need all the time like fractions to add only the denominators, only the numerators. We add only the numerators, and down we don't add the denominators. Number 2, we have 1 here. Remember the 1, we can write the 1 as 2 over 2, 3 over 4, 3 over 3, 4 over 4, 5 over 5, and so on. Okay, in this question we can write it as 2 over 2. Why exactly 2 over 2? Because in this question, before the equal sign here, we find half, 1 over 2. So we can use the denominator of the question here to write it as a whole number, as a fraction. Write the whole number as the 1 as a fraction here. Which number added to 1 over 2 equals 2 over 2? Yes, very good. It's 1 over 2. Okay? The last question, number 3, for you as a homework. You can do it as a homework. Okay? Thank you for listening. I hope all of you understand this lesson well. Goodbye.